and welcome to another episode of Manayunk Mornings. This is Season 2, Episode 5, and I'm your host, Caitlin.
And I'm Leo.
And we have another great episode in store for you today. So this past Sunday was our Manayunk Street Food Festival, and tonight kicks off Manayunk Restaurant Week.
Yeah, we've got 16 different restaurants all along Main Street. They're offering menus at $15, $25, and $35 price points. Should be a solid 2 weeks of eating in Manayunk.
Exactly. So it runs through Friday, April 21st. And where will you be going for Restaurant Week?
I usually bop around between Bourbon Blue, Goat's Beard, Lucky's Last Chance.
All good choices.
know.
I'm stopping by Jake's and Cooper's or Gigi in their new expanded space. So lots of good options to try for Restaurant Week. Great episode again today.
Yeah, we've got Terry's arch nemesis Noel on the couch this week.
And you'll be heading down to Main Street Music for this episode's store tour.
My first store tour. I'm finally getting off the couch.
Getting off the couch on this episode. But first up, the news. As we mentioned, today kicks off Manayunk Restaurant Week. Enjoy special menu offerings from some of Manayunk's finest eateries and fixed menus offered at $15, $25, and $35 price ranges until Friday, April 21st. And while food is certainly one of the best things about Manayunk, so is fitness. Think spring with Philadelphia Runner on Thursday, April 13th at their Run Club Social. Running clubs from throughout the neighborhood will meet for a 3 to 5 mile run with refreshments and mingling to follow. It all starts at 6:30 p.m. Smoke Cigar and Hookah Lounge is bringing a new line of cigars, Veritas Cigar Co. Stop by this Friday, April 14th at 8 p.m. to try them out during the launch party. Philadelphia Runner and Goals Fit are teaming up for Ladies' Night of Bells and Bras. On Wednesday, April 19th at 6:30 p.m., join your fellow female runners for a short run followed by a kettlebell workout.
Comedy Trainwreck and Cricket's Comedy present Venice Island Comedy Night with Anthony Moore on Friday, April 14th from 8 to 11 p.m. The event will be held at Venice Island Performing Arts Center, and ticket information can be found on Comedy Trainwreck's Facebook page. Merge Dance Studio is joining forces with Manayunk Zumba for a ballroom and Latin dance workshop on Saturday, April 22nd from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Register at mergedancestudio.com. And finally, Main Street Music is helping the National Movement Record Store Day celebrate 10 years on Saturday, April 22nd. Join them for a full day of live music and exclusive Record Store Day specials. So that's a lot in store coming up this week in the news.
And next up, we've got our freelance writer, Noel, on the couch. Noel?
Hey!
There he is.
How's it going, Noel?
Hey, Noel, how are you? Welcome to the couch.
Thank you for inviting me to the couch.
So we have you on the couch today, Noel, because our recent issue of Manayunk Magazine, our best of issue, just came out, and Noel is one of our writers for the issue. So Noel, tell us about some of the articles you wrote in this issue.
I had the pleasure of interviewing 3 locals for the Best of Manayunk Magazine issue. Joey from Jolt and Jabs, JD from Johnny Destructor's Hero Complex, and Neil, the manager over at Philadelphia Runner.
What are some of the favorite articles you've written over the past couple of years?
The first gig that I had with you guys was probably my favorite because I had to pitch it. I was very out of shape, still am, and was like, well, Manayunk is all bars, restaurants, boutiques, and gyms. So I pitched the idea of, wouldn't it be funny if this squatty guy tried spin and yoga and row and boxing? I pitched the idea of struggling through these classes and writing about it, and it was really, really fun. It's a great gig because I get to actually write and talk to people that I like and know and care about.
So you're not even originally from Philadelphia or Manayunk. So how'd you find your way up here, and what do you love about the Manayunk community?
I'm from Chicago, but I grew up in Florida. And anyone that stayed in Florida for more than 2 weeks, you want to leave. The company I worked for at the time, there was an opening in Pennsylvania, and I applied for it. My brother's a graduate from Westchester University, so we were in town to go to his graduation. I called the place, and then 2 weeks later, I was packing up my car and left. And I just found myself here.
So what's kept you here the whole time?
It's just a great little neighborhood. It's like being inside of Philadelphia, but not inside of Philadelphia. It's a wonderful little community.
And now it's question time, so we're gonna grab our Manayunk More Than a Pint glass.
That's
Reach in there and
still like a gallonier.
Don't take a peek at the questions.
Has there been a story that you've written for the magazine that has stuck with you through the years?
We kind of touched on this a little bit, but let us know if there's another one you may have written that.
The interview I did with JD might win. Yeah, because I've known JD for a while now and we're friends, but having that interview conversation with him, I actually learned even more about him, so it was really nice, and I'm very proud of that.
that's great.
Grab another one for us.
Where's the one place in the world you'd love to visit? Oh, I want to go to the Guinness Brewery in Dublin.
In Dublin?
I've been there.
It-
Fantastic.
I do. I want a perfect pour. I want to go the whole tour. I know that seems really pedestrian. Most people would be like cliff diving and Fiji.
Right.
I just want to have a beer in Ireland.
In Ireland, hey, that's not a bad thing. I actually had my first beer in Ireland when I was probably 13. I took my first sip of Guinness, which I was allowed to at the time.
I think that's a legal drinking age in Ireland.
Yeah, probably.
So Noel, why do you have beef with Terry?
I don't. It's a thinly veiled love that I express through aggression. Terry.
Terry, do you want to comment on the matter?
No, it's just like having a conversation with
And then
somebody.
125 Facebook comments later, you realize.
I think 92 is what we went up to yesterday.
What? 92, you guys?
And it wasn't even like its own thread. It was inside of another comment. And it was about dumb stuff, too. It's always about dumb stuff, Terry. So let's talk about Iron Man for 75 comments.
So you guys clearly have a love-hate relationship here.
For me, it's love-love. I think for him, it's hate-hate, and then we just match.
Match in the middle.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us this week, Noel.
Thank you very much, Leah.
Yeah, we loved having you on the couch.
Thank you. It was fun.
And if you guys want to check out some of Noel's articles, grab our recent issue of Manayunk Magazine, Best of Issue, or look back on some of our past issues as well.
And now I'm going to head down to Main Street Music for this week's store tour. Thanks, Leo. I'm here at Main Street Music with Pat Feeney, owner of Main Street Music. Pat.
Hey, Leo.
How you doing today?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Pretty good. So how did you get into the whole record store business?
I was just always a music fanatic since the Beatles, since I was a little kid. And a record store that I shopped at regularly in Northeast Philly offered me a job. We got to be good friends, and they knew I knew music. So then I went there and learned the business from these guys, from two guys in Northeast Philly, a place called The Record Seller. I worked there for like 7 years, and I kind of decided, I think I could do this, learned off of them and would think, yeah, I think I could do this. Myself and one of the guys was going to open together. We looked in some different locations. A friend of mine, who's still a good friend and a customer, he recommended Manayunk because a couple of his friends from the suburbs were coming down to Pitcher's Pub to drink. And I'm like, where's Manayunk? So I came and looked at it, and I just had a really good feeling about it. We got off the ground pretty quickly and somehow survived 25 years.
So how would you say the record industry has changed over your tenure here?
So much. Napster changed everything, Around 2007, I'd say, somewhere around there, people weren't buying CDs anymore. Everyone was downloading iTunes, burning CDs even, Grace and God, we got lucky and vinyl started having a resurgence. And
do you know what it is about vinyl that makes people flock to it?
It's a piece of art, it does sound better. I definitely think it sounds better. It's warmer, and there's a difference. There's definitely a difference. A little bit of an experience kind of thing.
So we got Record Store Day coming up on Saturday, April 22nd. Can you give the people at home a little rough outline of what the day is going to look like?
Yeah, we open at 9 o'clock instead of 11 like we normally do, and there'll probably be a line of 80, 100 and some people out front. The River City Outpost will be out front with coffee and maybe some donuts and stuff for people in line. Dogfish Head Brewery will be out front and everything, promoting them. 4 bands playing live, pretty much between 1 and 4.
Sounds like an exciting, jam-packed day.
Yeah, the first 3 hours, we never even look up.
So you guys have more than just CDs and vinyl here. What else you got in the store?
We actually sell a lot of turntables now, so that helps us a lot because it gets us new customers, And we sell used DVDs, sell, shirts and hats, things like that. I don't know, I've always had to think about like a purity thing. Like we don't get cute and carry other stuff we try to make everything music related. Yeah. Everybody that works here knows music because our customers demand it. They're such music fanatics and knowledgeable and everything. And if we didn't know our stuff, they would know it.
And even a lot of the decor in here is based around your personal music interests, right?
I love the decor. It's totally like self-indulgent. All of my favorite artists and things like that. My favorite thing being the Replacements poster that's signed by the 2 main guys.
So it seems like people don't just come here to buy music, they also come to talk music, right?
We have a lot of people that tell us like this is their oasis, They just want to talk about their favorite artists and stuff. It's almost like a club, It's just a common interest kind of thing.
All right, well thank you, Pat, for joining us this week.
Thanks, Leo.
And now we're gonna send it back to the couch.
Well, thanks for joining us for another episode of Manayunk Mornings. Special thanks to Smokin' John's for hosting us on the couch as usual, and to Terry Leahy Films for producing this episode. I'm Caitlin.
I'm Leo.
And this is Noel. And we hope to see you this week at Manayunk Restaurant Week, and stop down to Main Street Music for Record Store Day.
Come on, no! I forgot.